Despite his high approval rating, a recent poll shows one area where Mayor Bloomberg may be vulnerable: transportation. Here to discuss the numbers of a new poll is Jon Orcutt, Executive Director of the Tri-State Transportation Campaign. His organization conducted the poll. Jon, welcome to the program.
Thanks.
So this was a telephone survey, 800 city residents. It was conducted at the end of May, early June. And I want to put up the numbers regarding Mayor Bloomberg's job performance on this issue. 29% of city residents said gave him a poor rating, 30% fair, 26% good, 5% excellent. But 59%, if you add up those first two numbers, say his job is poor or fair. What is he doing wrong?
Well, I think it's just that the mayor isn't doing a lot on transportation. It really hasn't been a focus. They don't have major initiatives or major accomplishments to point to on transportation. So I think the results aren't surprising, but the city is doing well. The city is the place to be. Everybody is coming here, and so we have a lot of traffic congestion, and it requires a stronger management job.
Well, people are not happy with traffic jams. We take a look at the numbers. 55% of New Yorkers say it's a major problem. 26% say moderate. 11% say it's minor, not a problem, just 4%. But how much really can the city do? Is traffic, with so many people who want to live here and work here, is traffic just something we should all accept?
Well, I think that was one of the interesting points of the poll, which is that people really have strong opinions about the issue, even though it doesn't break into the headlines a lot. But if you look around the world, especially at our global competitors like London, Paris, cities in China, they're doing a lot on traffic management. They're looking at ways to dramatically increase transit capacity, transit mobility, like moving buses through traffic. And they're starting to create both neighborhood level measures like redesigning streets so you can't speed down a neighborhood street, and even charging people for coming into the most crowded parts of central London.
The Department of Transportation, we showed them your poll, and they say, well, we're doing things too to alleviate traffic. We have this through street program and bus rapid transit. So they're pointing to those two initiatives as proactive ways to deal with this problem.
Well, through streets, is really sort of a molecule and a drop in a bucket. It's not addressing traffic congestion. It certainly isn't addressing any part of the city other than a very limited piece of Midtown. And bus rapid transit is stuck as a study. There is no bus rapid transit in New York City. And at the pace they're moving, which is about the pace of the M34 bus, we aren't going to see any bus rapid transit during Mayor Bloomberg's term of office.
So what's the first thing the mayor and the DOT should be implementing?
Well, I think the mayor needs to really light a fire under the DOT to get much more ambitious initiatives underway. I think the mayor needs to take a stronger attitude regarding New York City Transit, even though he doesn't directly control it. The mayor has a pretty big microphone in this town, and he can use it.
On the issue of public transportation and the lack of it, 20% of people said that is a major problem, 24% it's moderate, 28% minor, and 24% said not a problem. So it seems like, transportation and the access to it, New Yorkers are okay with that?
Well, we have a giant mass transit system. There's no way around that. That's the strength of New York. But you do have people in places like Staten Island, southeastern Queens, and parts of the Bronx who do have poor access to public transit. And that's part of what bus rapid transit about, is creating better transit in places that are beyond the reach of the subway system. And getting to some transit expansion. I mean, we really have a transit system from the early part of the 20th century, and we're working our way into the 21st.
All right, Jon Orcutt, we appreciate the time.
Thank you.
That does it for us. Remember, you can catch In Transit every Friday at 8:45 p.m., Saturday and Sunday at 11:15 a.m. and 11:15 p.m.